Hey, everybody, welcome to Fist Bump Friday. Man, oh man, what a difference a month makes in the markets and the Fed meeting and all of this great stuff. Just to quote a statistic, the last 5 out of 6 times that the Fed has reduced the Fed funds rate, mortgage rates have gone up. So now it's 6 out of 7 times. They didn't go up a lot, but we did see some erosion in the bond market. Rates went up a little bit. They're down today. So the impact that the media has been feeding people that the Fed is going to drop rates 0.5%. Well, what rate? It was the Fed funds rate. It's not your credit cards, not your mortgage, it's not a whole bunch of other things. So I've been spending a lot of time, I guess, being an economist and educating people on that front. But the good news is, for example, I've locked people on 15 years in the fours, low fives, on some refis. One thing that I see gets missed a lot out there is people make income below the income limits for some of the programs out there that will yield them a lower rate. So, for example, the income limit in Plymouth County is $162,000. So if you make less than that, you get into one of these programs. So rather than getting a rate in the high fives, you're getting a rate in the mid fives. So today, the 30-year fixed rate, 6.21%, as reported on Mortgage News Daily. We're obviously substantially better than that. The news that we want to be spreading to our buyers is rates are close to in the fives, and they're thinking rates are in the sevens. So the news isn't really getting out necessarily to our buyers. So we need to all share that. But it's really important. Details matter in terms of programs. And if we can save some people a few bucks by moving the program that they're in, still a conventional product, they're pretty happy when they're in the mid fives versus high fives. So always good to save people money. So a couple of quick things. The 2025 loan limits are out. So why does it matter? So they were conforming loan limit was 766,000. That's being bumped to 802,650. Why does it matter? So I had a client that was at 800,000, was locked, ready to go. And at 800,000, you're above the 766. So she was in what's called a high balance loan. Jumped in, talked to her about it. I said, look, we're going to cancel this loan. We're going to re-app, start a new one because we are honoring the limits now for 2025. Her rate goes down, her costs go down almost 0.5% in rate. Obviously, she's thrilled. And you know what? The loan closes a month from now versus today. That's just the right thing to do. So really good news on that front with the loan limits and kind of helping people out a little bit. Down payment assistance. So this word gets thrown around a lot. And we have access to just about every mass housing and all the bond programs and all the local programs. Here's the deal, and I've run into this twice in the last week and a half. Every first-time buyer thinks just because they're a first-time buyer, they get down payment assistance. Well, the last two that I've worked on were so close it was ridiculous. One was off by $2,000 and one was off by $5,000 in income. All of those programs are going to have income limits. Mass housing program, probably 90% of them are going to, and the grant programs are going to nail down that you cannot make more than this based on household. It's kind of complicated, but some of these are as little as $60,000. So it's great if you can get down payment assistance making less than $60,000, but how are you buying a house? So the programs are great. I always look at them, but really, really hard when folks come in, the income limits, especially if you're buying a multi, because rental income is now added to their income and they blow right past income limits. And guess what? They're not getting any down payment assistance. So clients talk about it a lot and they just, again, think, hey, I'm a first time buyer. I get down payment assistance, but it's really hard to whittle people in to those because of the income limit. So a lot of good information to share here in limited time. So just wanted to get the word out on a few things. As always, we're here to help. Happy to connect and see what we can do to save people some money. Talk to you soon.